Revelation 1959. From the 18th of June 1941. Wrestling of the spirit with the body for supremacy. Oversouled. Every being longs to become free, for the unfree state is a torment for all spiritual beings. But in the embodiment as a human being, the spiritual feels its lack of freedom, but not the body and the soul. The soul is likewise initially without realization of its situation, and consequently it only gives ear to the body's desire. The body, however, feels free, and the freer the more it can take account of the world, that is earthly pleasures, and therefore it hardly imposes inhibitions on the body. So the soul yields to the urge of the body, and the spirit remains unheeded. And so the spiritual in the human being has to endure the banished state until help comes to him from the soul. For only the soul can help it by thinking more of the spirit in itself than of the body. And that is why precisely the earthly existence, although it is supposed to bring liberation to the spirit, is the greatest danger for the soul as long as it has not yet freed itself from the desires of the body. Consequently, the body fights with the spirit for supremacy over the soul. And this is the struggle of light with darkness. The beings of light wrestle with the powers of darkness over the soul. Over the spiritual being which has distanced itself from God and is not yet fully aware of the fact that it belongs to the eternal light, to the deity. Provided the soul has attained realization, it will voluntarily turn to God. The dark powers, however, use all means to prevent the soul from attaining realization. And the body will be the greatest obstacle for the soul to turn to the spirit. As long as the body is still placed in the foreground, there is little possibility for the soul to know that it will come to the realization of its situation, that is its remoteness from God. Only when it no longer pays attention to the demands of the body does it begin to think about the actual purpose of earthly life. Only then does the adversary lose power, the dark forces no longer have so much influence on the soul. It turns away from the body and towards the spirit within itself, and when this bond is established it becomes bright and clear. Thus the spirit in it has won and gained dominion over the soul, which is now completely united with the spirit, and the freeing of the being is the inevitable result of this. Yet the battle is unspeakably difficult and requires the full commitment of all good forces as well as of human will, which alone brings about the soul's decision. The human being's will alone is decisive wherever the soul turns. Their will can decide in favor of the body but also in favor of the spirit. The latter, however, will only bring the being final liberation from the form. Amen.